welcome back to my talk show. Let's talk about with Richa. We are in season 3, and I have an amazing guest for you today. Her name is Mayuri Charan Bansal, founder of Super Lily Clothing. I met Mayuri in Norway, actually, but you are based in India. Actually, she's based where my parents come from, Agra. So it was like the world just cramped into a small place, and we met actually in Oslo. Thank you, Mayuri, for joining us. Thank you for your time, and thank you for enlightening us about you. Please tell my viewers about yourself and your amazing journey in business.
Hi, Richa, and this is so amazing to be a part of your talk show and meeting you after so long time. And actually, as you said that we met in Norway, and we both are based from Agra, and so this is so amazing, to meet somebody, from your country to other country. This is so amazing. So yes, and I'm really, grateful that you have invited me as a guest, and
Of course.
uh,
I felt we had a
we are
heart-to-heart
interested.
connection because you actually knew my uncle, and you like I felt
Yeah,
literally the world became so small because it was not just that you were from
yes,
Agra, where my mother is from. You actually knew my uncle, and we had never met before. And then you came as a business delegation to Norway, and we met here. What's the
yes,
odds of meeting somebody from such a small place in another very, very small place? So it was so good.
yes.
I felt a connection right away. But what I also was amazed by is your business, your Super Lily clothings with an S. Oh, just tell us about how did you come about starting this business?
Okay, so starting up our business is it's not an easy work, and since coming from a very small town and no business skills, no business background, because I belong from a service class. My father, he was working in a sugar factory, and
Okay.
and he retired as a general manager from the sugar factory. And so we have no business, background. I will say that no business skills as well. But still, uh, there was something in my mind, like I wanted to do something special for myself, and I want to do something to show this world that okay, I am also here in this world. People should know us, you know and you have to do something special to show yourself.
Yeah.
So I was working with some textiles company when started my career, and then after few years, when I was actually a very I was doing very hard work with my work, and then one day I thought, like, why should not I have my own company when I am doing good? Because I always get appreciation from my bosses and my seniors, and then I thought, like, I should do something. Then in 2010, there was two major changes were going in my life. Like, I started my business, and at the same year I got married. So in 2011, yeah. So that was so funny that I took two major decisions of my life. Uh, yeah, but I am also grateful that I'm very successful in both. Like, I have a good business, and then I have a good husband. So
Yeah.
both is successful.
I think that's
Yeah.
very important
So
to find that balance between. But isn't it strange how life actually brings you to major changes, and it's not just one change that comes that shapes your life. It's actually more than one, often two, three, four. There are some changes that are forcing you to go different directions in life. I think it's very, very interesting.
yes. So I was into a deep thought, like whether I should start with my own company or not. And because I was working, I did not had so much money, to invest in to start a company. And but still, I just took decision that I quit my job and then I started my own company. And this is very funny. My first office was my study room in my house. So it was a small room where I have a small library and my workplace. So I created that as like my office. So and I was just having my laptop, a small printer, and some files. So that was my first office.
And it's
And
very
uh,
strange
and
because
then
you were kind of ahead of your time then, because in 2010 nobody would think of changing a part of their apartment as a home office. But in
yeah,
2020, that became the norm for everybody. Everybody had to do it because they have to stay at home. If they wanted to work online, they needed a space inside their house to keep on working. And many people didn't have a library even. They just had their laptop and they were sitting in a small, very, very small place and not even have, room for putting up things, just a laptop, maybe a screen and a printer. That's it.
yeah,
That's what they had. Yeah. It's amazing. It's
yeah.
so you were very, very ahead of your time, 10 years ahead of your time.
Yes, but yes, and I think the universe was supporting me with my decision.
Mm.
So I'm very I'm very happy that what I thought of, and I'm here, I'm sitting in front of you, and I'm like I have achieved a lot of things because with my hard work and with my with support of my husband and my family, everybody. So because it's not a single person, or you cannot do anything all alone, you need all support.
No, and
So, and I'm
nobody built Rome alone. Even when you build a house, there are so many people who are involved in building a house. There is every
yes,
small thing. If you want to build a family, even then you are more people than one. You can't have a family without other people. So the same
yes.
thing comes with a company. If you want to run a business, you can't do it alone.
No, absolutely not. Because when like I was not very, my bank balance was not that good to start a business. Then but I knew that if I may fail with my business, so I know I have a very supporting family. They will hold me back and bring me back, and they will again they will push me, you go and do and try it again. So there I was completely free, that I know there is somebody behind who was standing for me.
Yeah.
My parents, my husband's family, and my really loving and supporting sisters. So so I think family makes a very big role in your life, and in your big decisions.
Mm.
So if you have one, I think nobody can get fail, with the big things. And then the universe, I must say that I really believe in God, and positive energy. So I think I have that. So I think
That's
that
good. That's
helps me to
really good.
stand.
So,
Yeah.
you have some upcoming, amazing, exciting products coming up. You have a project that you're focusing on. Tell us a little bit about your upcoming products.
Yes, actually now, right now I'm working with my small collection. I am making a variety of shirts, but this is a very, very small collection, because this will be my own project. So, and after so many years, and what I have learned with my experience, the market is full of the different and variety of clothes. But when you go out in market and you look for some formal and casual shirts, for that is very difficult to find, especially for 30 plus women and for curvy women, because plus size women, they don't have actually fashionable, attire, and they are very, they have very less variety to choose.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why now I'm making shirts, only shirts. There is nothing else, only shirts for 30 plus women and for curvy women with very reasonable price.
Mm,
And the most importantly, I am considering it for sustainability, where we can take care of our environment,
mm,
and also we are very careful with the design.
mm-hmm.
So here it is not only just collar and cuff in the shirt. We are also considering the fashion and trend right now,
Okay.
because right now fashion is very different. Every minute it's changing,
Yeah.
and every country is having their own design and way of wearing the clothes. So since I am meeting so different many different countries and meeting different customers, so I am clubbing everything together, my all experience in this small project, and I just hoping that it will go well. And
So tell
very soon
me,
I'll
but you,
start the photo shoot and send pictures to you.
yeah, yeah, you have to. But when we talked together, you said you also manufactured for Zizi, right?
Yes,
Yes. Because we have Zizi in Norway. Will you,
yes.
will you, distribute this also to Zizi? So it will come
I
to
will def
Norway as well?
I will definitely try. I will definitely try to, reach them out. And but it completely depends whether they are open for this new thing or not.
Mm,
Because ZZ also, they have their own designers, and they
mm,
have a lot of shirts in their
mm,
stores.
mm,
So I I will definitely try big brands. And since we just met in Norway and met a lot of new customers there, I will
mm.
approach them
Yeah,
as well. And let's see how it goes. And definitely, firstly, I will try here in India, and it will launch very soon.
yeah,
And I just hope the good result with that, and I'll definitely approach the ZZ and more big brands for that,
yeah, yeah,
because it's I find it a little different, because I think the shirt is one of the essential clothes for everyone, even for men or women. Whenever we are going for meeting or for office, we need shirts or dresses, something, but also we want something fashionable, something trendy, just not
yeah,
simple shirt, and with a good price.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think you're right. What I've always found a little bit difficult with shirt, I personally don't like shirts. I don't like
Yes.
shirts because I
Okay.
hate the button thing here because it always opens up because of my chest and so I don't like shirts. But I like top like which is already closed and I would love like necklines or different things, but I am not very fond of shirts. I don't think I own a lot of shirts with button downs, but as you say, with new designs and all of these things in mind that it is created for curvy women and plus sizes, that these things might be taken in consideration. But I want to ask you, since you're in the fashion and you mentioned sustainability and environmental, how are you going to make sure that this, how are you doing that? What is the focus here?
Okay. So first, I just want to answer about the you have explained the shirt thing. So we have considered all these things, like the button thing and the collar and everything. So that's why I have created, like the way you said that you personally don't like the shirts, even I don't like the shirts, because the same point that the buttons are open, and you have to be careful with the button. You have to put some a pin
Pin,
or
yes,
something like
yes.
that and everything. So all these things we have considered, and then we have created something where you just wear it freely. You don't have to be always taking care of your button or some pleats or something like that. So we have taken care of all these things so that people, uh, we have to change the mindset of the
Mm,
shirt. you
mm,
know so this is one thing.
mm,
And now come to the sustainability. So for that, we are focusing firstly of for the our raw materials, from
yeah.
where we are getting our raw material.
Mm,
That should be from the suppliers who are taking care of their waste,
mm,
and the
mm,
chemicals they are using. And they are not leaving everything in the water or somewhere. They are using more plastic and something like that. So firstly, we are taking care of their waste. This is
yeah.
one thing we are doing. And the second thing, we are taking care of the leftover garments.
Mm,
So because that is a major problem right now,
correct.
because there are a lot of productions, and then we have a lot of leftover production garments, and then people just throw them out,
Mm,
and then that is a big problem. So for that, we are putting them into, we are making bags with them, we are making rugs with them, so you can reuse
yeah.
instead of just throwing them out. We are reusing them.
Mm,
So this is the
nice.
second thing we are taking care for the sustainability.
Mm,
And the third thing, we are using the fabric which is durable.
mm,
It's not like that you wear once or twice and then that feels like, okay, this is not wearable now.
mm,
So we are using best quality,
mm,
and we are using cotton fabric. We are using viscose, which is organic, eco-friendly. So all these points we are taking care here.
mm,
And the colors for dyeing, the colors we are using, that mostly we are trying to use with the less chemical.
mm.
And we are waste of that dyeing and printing, everything we are taking care, so that don't affect our environment.
Mm.
And step by step we are going. I will not say that everything is done. It's all in process.
But at least you have started. I think that's the main issue was to start. I just recently talked to somebody else that I've been hearing this since the 80s. That's when they started talking about these issues and environmental issues and all of these things. But now it has taken many years where we actually see people taking action and being responsible and taking responsibility for the environment and leaving a better place for our future generations. But
It's,
it's really good. I mean, I think it's amazing that you have already started and you are very focused with it, and it's already in progress, work in progress. I don't think there is ever going to be a final answer to all of these problems. There's always something new, something different we can
yes,
do. But at least we started. I think that's the most important thing, and that's very hopeful and uplifting to know. So,
yes.
yeah. But
So yeah, it is.
what, yeah, you already talked about that you had your changing or the changing point in your life was in 2010 when you started your business and got married and you wanted to leave a mark. But was there anything else that kind of made you feel, no, I want to do this, other than, make sure that you have make your place, but a lot of people wish to do stuff, but what made you actually just go for it?
Actually, it is from my childhood. Actually, I was a very average student, and I was always being compared with the studious kids, and my class fellows. And I was very afraid asking question to my teachers or to my classmates and everyone. So everything, was there in my mind. I have to do something. So when I was studying and I was doing my fashion designing, uh, that time also I was very shy. I was like a backbencher always, because I was always afraid of doing things. So when I started working, I got some confidence inside me, and some kind of energy, because then I know that I am not that backbencher.
Mm,
I have something inside me, and I have to show my ability to this world
mm,
and everybody around me.
mm,
That's why I think that power inside me, that came out suddenly, and I decided to do this.
yeah.
And I think this is how I started my company, and I did well. I must say that I did well in my work, and I have good. I can make relationship very easily.
Mm,
This is a one good ability in me. Everybody says
nice,
that, and I
nice.
also know,
That's
because
good.
I have very good relationship with my customers, with my
Mm,
suppliers, and with my employee here
mm,
in my factory. So I believe in making relationship,
mm,
and I think that is the one most important point, w-
mm.
which makes my company grow every minute.
Nice.
So I think
Amazing.
this is what.
Beautiful. I think you are totally 100% right that a company is built with people. And
Yes.
if you want to go for relationships with vendors, customers, suppliers, your employees, your team it's essential. It's the heart of the company. Yeah, I think it's amazing. So thank you for sharing that. I'm going to ask you, how do you define success? When do you feel that you're successful?
I think when you are satisfied,
Yeah.
yeah, and when you are happy, and when you are satisfied, and when you are happy with your achievement,
Mm.
and you have mental peace, that is success for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, having a big house, big company, and so many people, I don't find that success. But for me, peace of mind and your satisfaction is success.
Mm.
And, I have a happy family. I have a great workplace. I have happy employees, and I have many happy customers.
Nice.
So this is success for me.
Nice.
And
It's very nice because I've interviewed a lot of people and I asked them the same question. And I think none of them say that when I sell this or when I get a house or a car or materialistic things, I feel successful. Like 99% people say that is when I feel either um, achievement or mastery or feeling peaceful, as you said, peace of mind. When I feel that I've achieved something, that's when I feel successful. And I love this, I love this. That's why I asked this question because everybody defines success in different ways, and there's no right and
mm,
wrong answer to
right.
it. But it's very amazing for me to see that anybody who's successful as you are, or anybody who comes to the show, they all say more or less the same thing. It's an emotional feeling that it's there. It's an emotion is there when we feel success. I feel that we have achieved something, or we are happy, or we are helping others. Other people around us are happy. So that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. And I really feel proud when I see my employees, they have a happy family, and and they are running their family by my job, what I have provided them. So
Mm,
this makes me very, very proud. And then like I feel very proud and very successful at that time when I see that I am fulfilling a lot of people's family.
mm,
Their kids can go to school, their
mm.
parents can get the good, health health support,
There, yeah.
and their wives are working, they have a good food to eat. So that is also makes me feel successful. I can run so many people's house.
Wow.
So
That's
and if
an
you
achievement.
have yeah, and if you have a good sleep at night,
Yeah.
and there is no baggage behind you,
Mm,
that is the success.
mm.
And but every night you have a problem and you don't get good sleep and you have to have pills to sleep, I don't find it good. So I think having a good sleep at night and good morning every day is a good morning. So that is a success for me. Yeah. And I
Wow.
have that.
Wow. That's good. That's really
I
good.
must say that I have that. And I'll say touch wood. Everybody
Yeah,
should have
yeah,
that.
yeah. Um, so you have many different projects, and as you say, you have different customers all over the world. You have your family, you have a team and workers, and there's so many things that you're juggling. How do you manage your time? Because everybody gets the same 24 hours in a day, but some people are able to achieve more in those hours than others. So how do you manage your time?
I have managed it very simply. See, morning 8 to 3 p.m. is my work time. I only work in that time because my daughter is in school in that time.
Mm,
So then I am completely free and I can work because I know that I am not ignoring her because she is already into the place where she has to be.
mm,
And then from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., I have my family time. That time I don't work. I completely spend time with my daughter, with her studies, with her outdoor activities and everything. Then we have dinner and then she goes to sleep. So this is how I manage my time. So I made it very simple. And everybody who knows me, they only call me before 3 p.m. when it is about work, and when it is family time, then they only call me after 3 p.m. Because then I don't work. Normally, I don't work until and unless it is very urgent.
yeah.
So I have fixed everything because initially it was very hard to manage, and your work, your family, and everything. So then when my daughter she turned 4 years and started going school, then from that time I have all these set timings for me for each and everything.
Mm,
So I think if you are clear about your things,
mm,
and you just make if you draw the line and you
yeah.
fix your points,
Yeah.
then I don't think it is very difficult to manage.
No,
So and then you can at the same time you can balance both things, your work and your family, and equally you can spend good time with them.
I like that. I like that. So, but are you like this that if you have decided that after 3 o'clock there is no work, you don't think about work either? Are you able to be 100% focused on your family, so you are able to put aside the work? Or does some things, linger in your mind, and, um, how do you process the thought? Because a lot of people try to draw the line, but then suddenly they think of something and they started working, or, um,
Yes, see, you cannot ignore your work. It is, you have to, I mean, say you cannot ignore your work, and the same time you cannot ignore your family. But normally I finish my work before 3 when I come home. But if there is very important and I have to do it in that time frame, then then my daughter, I fix her with something she is busy with that thing, and
mm,
then I finish my work. I just don't ignore my work completely at the same time.
okay.
It's not like that nobody can call me, or I don't answer the emails in that time, because when she is for her outdoor activities,
Mm,
at the same time I'm checking my emails and I'm making my calls.
mm.
So this is how I manage, because she's not completely with me from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., because
Okay.
she has her online classes, then her
Mm,
activities.
mm.
So 2 3 hours she is also away from me, having her classes and activities. So and in that time I manage my work.
Nice.
And then when I know that something is very important, or I had the, like this, like today we have this meeting,
Yeah.
so I have already organized her things, and she's busy with her some work, and she's also happy, and I am also happily do my work, and I don't regret that I have ignored her and I did
Yeah.
spend time with her. So
Nice.
this is how it.
Amazing. I always brought my children everywhere. And if I was going
Yes.
to a meeting, if was going anywhere, they went with me everywhere. My son is now 19 and my daughter is 14, so they are big children, but they still go with me everywhere. If I'm having some interview, if I'm having something, I'll just bring them along, and then I make sure that they don't feel ignored, but I still am able. But yeah, it's a fine balance, and as I
Yes.
said, there is no right and wrong answer, but that's why it's interesting to see how different successful women solves that challenge of finding the balance between home and work. So thank
Yeah.
you for sharing that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So one last question. Do you have any tips or advice for people who are just starting their business or want to grow their business?
Yes, definitely. I would like to advise them that never experiment with business.
Hmm,
You don't have, because life gives you, life is not giving you chance for everything.
hmm,
So don't experiment with business. Firstly, you should pick that thing which you have learned or studied,
hmm,
and which you know it.
hmm,
So I don't think that I don't suggest to jump for everything, which is trending,
hmm,
because maybe that doesn't suits you.
hmm,
So definitely you need to understand your ability
hmm,
and your skills,
hmm,
and then decide what you want to start.
hmm,
And don't experiment with different things, because you have limited money to start, and you have very limited time, because whole life you cannot just on and off doing, starting something, then closing, then starting something, then closing.
hmm.
So be wise to uh, s- pick the product for which you're going to start business. So
Nice,
this is my major advice for all the new startups, that don't experiment with yourself and with your business. Just
nice.
be wisely, choose your product to start and
Beautiful.
market.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That is so amazing tips, and it is a very, very good advice. I love it, and I thank you so much for that. Thank you, Mayuri, so much for
Thank
your
you.
time. Thank you so much for sharing your story and the amazing journey that we got to share with you today. And Thank you. And all the viewers, you can get information about her new products and her new lines by the links around this video. And so stay in touch with both Mayuri and me. Thank you so much, Mayuri.
Thank you, Richa. Thank you so much. And it was lovely being here and the part of your talk show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right.
Okay. Until next time, be kind to yourself and to others. Bye.
Sure. Bye bye.